uncut because we don't have an editor. It's us. It's War Games News Radio.
Hi, everybody.
We're back after a weird hiatus Christmas break and everybody being sick and things. We have returned. It is great to be back with you today. My name's Ryan. I will be your overseer for this game. And here are our players. Hello, players.
Hello, players.
Hello. How are we all doing today?
Super duper.
Super and the duper, living the dream. Oh, I'm dreaming to live because I've been waiting for this all week. And let's get into it. We are back with episode 4 of season 3 of Fistful of Neutrons, the Ghoul, the Bad, and the Ugly. And I'm so glad you could join us for this adventure. If it's your first time joining us, welcome. I see a couple new viewers in the chat. J-Rock and who else do we have? Sarah Williams. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Say hi in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. And of course, we've got some good diehard Wastelanders in here as well. I see Craspu in the chat. If you're watching, say hi. We got RC Walker. Oh gosh, who else we got hanging around? We got some other folks floating in the backgrounds here. Say hi if you're hanging out. And let's get this show going. We are playing Fallout 2D20. That's by Modiphius Entertainment. It's what we use to tell this story. We use Fantasy Grounds for our virtual tabletop. If you want to get links, if you want to get either of those, you can check them out in the links down below. And use that code WGNR10 on the Modiphius store to get dice like these if you wanted them. But before we jump into the action, let's go right around the table one more time, the digital table.
I think we lost Justin.
Hello.
Over here.
Oh, we lost Justin again?
We did lose Justin.
Oh,
Yeah, we did lose Justin.
We'll
I didn't
wait
want to
for
interrupt
Justin
you.
to come back.
You're on such a roll.
Thank you for the heads up. No, that was a perfect timing because we can start introducing some of the other guys while we wait for Justin to rejoin. And let's start off with Grant. Grant, tell us about your current situation here out in the wasteland and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I've learned in the last little while, even the wasteland looks pretty when you're looking at it alive. I've made a lot of friends in the last few moons.
Cheers.
And right now we're looking for people, we're looking for food, and we're looking for a fresh start for our friends back in Longmount, Colorado.
There's a lot going on. Yeah, you guys got a couple quest threads going on at the time, but ever that new sunny disposition and outlook on life, which is very unsettling from our resident edgelord. But I mean, it's it is. He's we almost had Justin back for a second. He's thinking about it. But we'll go on down the line because we got one person left to talk about. We got Raj playing John Cap. John Cap, tell us a little bit about your little wasteland adventures in the last couple days.
John's a little different than you remember him previously. He went through some things, and I think he just ran completely out of fucks to give about basically anything. So let's go get him.
So let's go get him indeed. And we now have Justin back. Perfect timing.
Hi, just kidding.
To round it out. There he is. Hey, Justin, who are you and what are you doing?
Hello, my name is One second. Hello, my name is Yuri Andropov. I am your friendly neighborhood preacher, your wasteland caravaner, and also resident ghoul of Longmount. And I am so very happy to be back with my friends.
Correct. On all counts. Those are all things that you are. And we are all here and ready to rock and roll. So let's jump right back into it. But quick, the obligatory disclaimer warning. Violence, mature subject matter, fucking swears. It's all here. All the best things that you want. Yeah, all the things that you were flipping through the channel when you were like, a kid, and you'd be like, oh, wow, it says there's nudity in this one. We don't have that. But other than that,
I don't think you
we
want
got all
that.
the things.
Not unless we got some donors coming in.
As we get back now,
let's start our only
with
dads.
that out of the way, no only dads here today.
Only
ghouls.
Fuck out of here.
Only
Alta
ghouls.
4.
So let's jump back in to episode 4, which we are calling "Making My Way, Dogtown" of The Ghoul, the Bad, and the Ugly. Last time,
Oh, that's dumb.
the gang, super dumb. Last time, the gang faced off against a pack of mutated Ashfall hounds in the ruins of Dogtown. that had abducted one of the workers on your caravan on the way to New Pueblo. You left Longmount just yesterday, believe it or not, to try to make contact with the settlement of New Pueblo and negotiate a deal of labor from your workers and for their razor grain stockpile, while keeping an eye out for Clint, the Brahmin wrangler, who went missing while searching for a wild herd a few weeks back. After accidentally lighting the hound's warehouse den on fire, Yuri charged headlong into the fray on Enola May and rescued Calpurnica, the worker, while Johnny and Grant dealt with the dogs and discovered that Clint had actually been hiding out from the beasts in the warehouse office himself. The hound Alpha, I should say, fled before you could land a killing blow, but you took some loot for your troubles and got to reunite with Clint, who had been hiding out in that office. He also told you about the Brahmin that he managed to wrangle before this whole dog shenanigans happened, and said you can keep an eye out for it by hearing of the ringing of a bell he managed to get around its neck. Navigating the ruins of Dogtown after this whole ordeal was difficult, to say the least, but after a few hours, you found yourselves back on the I-25 facing the last bridge out of the city. But you were kind of surprised to see that Clint's lucky Brahmin Brahmin bell had led you directly to another pack of hounds. Now, not like the Ashfall hounds you saw before. These are a pack of hungry, street-smart dogs that have standing between you and your Brahmin and the only way out of town. The dogs are keeping their distance from both you and the Brahmin, but they're growing hungry and they're looking nervous. What do you do?
What to do?
Hey, Yuri, do you want to try to convince them to join our only dogs efforts back in Longmount?
I mean,
never mind.
I think Yuri would like to maybe try to get some of these dogs.
Are there any like healthier looking dogs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm glad you asked.
Mangy.
Paint us a word picture.
Yes.
Overseer.
So you have here this suspension bridge. It's not too long. It's probably only maybe about 100 meters or so. But it's got lots of old cars and wrecked bits and bobs all around it. This part of Dogtown is like the last bit of downtown before you can get sort of on the freeway out of town. So there's still some, looming buildings all around you, and you're kind of surrounded, packed in here. There's not many sort of alleyways, offshoots that you can really take here. You're kind of in a face-off with these dogs. They're standing between you and them. And why don't you give me a, let's make it a difficulty 0. Just if you want to kind of grok what these dogs are sort of looking like. Anyone can give me a difficulty 0. We'll make it perception survival.
Oh, I'm real good at that.
I got you.
I'm not good at that, but whatever.
I had, that's one success.
Okay. Well, that was all you guys. You guys.
That's a crit.
Yeah,
I didn't see anything.
You take a look at these bad boys, and everybody but John seems.
He doesn't see shit. He's looking the wrong way.
As per usual. Seems John. Maybe you're looking the other way, keeping an eye out. That's what.
rear guard.
Yeah, that's why you didn't see anything. Yeah, I'm watching R6. But the rest of you get a pretty good glance at these dogs and can tell right off the bat that they're not affected by this radiation ashfall like these other beasts that you've been fighting so far. In fact, they look very familiar. In fact, one of them, what you can tell is sort of the biggest, baddest alpha in this pack. You recognize with these rolls here that these dogs are in fact, or at least that one dog is in fact the same pack leader that you guys ran into on your last trip through Dogtown in season 1 when you had the water tanker. And
Water
they
dog
are eyeing you up. And Grant, with that as well, I'll give you that Duke you notice at your side is doing that weird he's like acting in like this weird jittery, like he kind of wants to run like to them thing, and you've only ever seen him do this that other time when you ran into these dogs before. They are you grok this pretty quickly here now, so not a lot of time has passed, but the clock is now ticking. They are like, what the fuck is going on? And they have a meal behind them, and they're trying to figure out, is it going to be you or is it going to be them? What do you do?
Is there anything else in the immediate area that we can see that the dogs might eat instead of us or that Brahmin we want?
It's you, them, or
speaking of
maybe
that-
both.
Speaking of that, I have one iguana on a stick in my inventory. I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna start Jurassic Parking it.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I'm going to whip it in the direction away from the big cornered bull.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
And say to Clint, maybe get ready to wrangle that bull. Very calmly, I'm gonna not making a big deal out of it. I want them to see that I have the food, and
go like making moves.
Yeah, making my way downtown.
Making the way downtown.
And I'm gonna whip it go fetch.
Whip it good.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you say fetch?
Yeah, I'm gonna say fetch. Go
Did
fetch.
you say whip it?
Yeah. Okay.
Whip it good?
Interesting.
I'm gonna remove
so
iguana
good.
from the stick.
This is
Iguana on the stick.
really good. So the thing you do does give me a strength plus athletics test to see how far you huck it.
Wow. Well, you couldn't have chosen. Can I interest you in maybe an intelligence science?
You can.
Strength and athletics. Ooh, that's a big 4. Okay, well, it's one
Okay.
success.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. You do this move and you say, go fetch. And as you do, something interesting happens. About a quarter of the dogs go and fetch. And they go and they go to charge after this thing. And you get at a good distance. The ones that do... you can tell they look like they're a little bit older than some of these younger pups in the pack. But as they split off, the younger ones go for the Brahmin, and the Brahmin goes, and it's now running. There are still about 4 or 5 dogs, including this alpha, still staring you down. Some of them have chased after the bull. What are you gonna do? You did a very interesting thing there, and I'll give you this for free because you said fetch. Decimus comes up to you and says, "I might be crazy, but some of these look almost healthy enough to be legion mongrels."
Dun dun dun.
What do you do? There are now dogs chasing after your Brahmin, and some in the way of you.
That's go ahead. You go first.
I'm gonna gesture to everyone like I'm looking for approval to shoot the ones that are going after the Brahmin, but not the other ones that are not, just to establish a little bit of who's bossness.
I was thinking shooting the ground in front of the ones that are closest to us. Maybe we can do both of those things. You can dissuade the ones that are going far away, and I will
ground
shoot
shot. I will shoot the ground,
but not at them, just in front of them.
I'll shoot up in the air in an arc so the bullet doesn't come right back down and bean one of us.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
Okay, as you do that, the ones that are standing there, they start backing off, and they're not looking too super keen. They're still sort of backing up and looking towards the iguana on the stick guys, but they're almost out of distraction food over there. There's a bit of a brawl happening. You can tell now that kind of the alpha's got his eyes on you and also over there. Fuck, do I gotta fucking deal with this shit?
Decimus, do what you can. Clint, it's getting away. And I'm gonna hop up on an Enola May and fucking chase after the fucking bull. Clint, come.
Is on the bull with you?
Or on an Enola May.
As you're riding, pick him
Yeah,
up
Like
style.
pick him up like Legolas with the long arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that. You get up and you start charging. You are charging towards these dogs that are still in the way. Decimus is kind of I mean, he's no dog wrangler. He's no Titus. You know what I mean? He would be. potentially a
Fucking
good,
do it.
a good guy to have with you right now.
He probably would have been, yes.
I miss Titus.
Maybe. I miss Titus right now. You are charging towards these dogs. Give me, this is going to be a weird test.
Give me dog chase roll.
No, not a dog chase roll.
Roll for dog
but
chase.
like you're charging headlong into these dogs. It's going to be a bit of a bluff. Give me. It's going to be. You're playing a game of chicken right now with these. with these
definitely.
things. So let's make it a Jesus. How do I roll for
Make it a
dog?
Jesus. Roll for Jesus.
Make it a
Endurance.
Jesus roll.
How about endurance survival?
Yeah. Okay.
Or it's like, you're doing like a physical barter.
Roll-
Endurance
yeah,
barter.
it's-
That's ridiculous.
It's gonna be like, that's kind of exactly what it's going to be. Endurance. Hold on a second. Let me look at what I can do. I just gotta pair it for the dog here.
Sure, yeah. Endurance survival, endurance.
No, because it's a charisma thing, but it's not a charisma thing. So yeah, you know what? I do like
Charisma
that.
survival? I don't know. Whatever you
Charisma
want, man.
survival
Charisma-
kind of works.
No, I like it. I like it more endurance barter.
Endurance barter.
All right, cool.
Maybe we could reason with that.
That's not a thing.
Okay, no success. Let's see what the dog does.
I'm out of luck, baby. That was it.
The dog's counter offer is growl and bite.
Dog's
Dog's
counteroffer is
counteroffer
one
is
success. The everybody but the alpha parts ways here. So this thing is standing ground with you, and as it comes right up close, it just gives it barks, and Enola May blinks, and she fucking rears up, and the two of you, Clint and you, Yuri, go fucking whoa, ass over tea kettle off Enola May. You are now on the ground, a little bit dazed, a little bit like wind knocked out of you. Yep. That's where you're at. Johnny, what do you want to do in this whole situation? You got dogs to the right of you who are quickly getting less distracted, and you just saw Yuri take a bit of a tumble.
And here I am stuck in the middle with Grant.
Yeah.
So
Dogs
I
to the right
want
of
to
you.
do the shooting thing? Did I do that, or do I need a roll for that?
Grant did one. If you wanna give it a go too, yeah, absolutely. We
wanna,
didn't do a
peg the
roll
ground.
last time, but let's do it. Let's give it a
What do you got in your inventory, John?
I mean, just
what do
give
you got in there?
Give me a good. I mean, maybe you got something else you can play with. You did pick up a bunch of weird loot last time. Anything?
Yeah.
Well,
Think
here's
outside the bun.
my side plan was the dogs that are distracted with the iguana on a stick. I also received a can of cram, and I don't know if dogs like cram, but probably.
Oh,
Yeah, sure they do.
So I mean, when they're done with that, I was gonna be like,
Throw a cram grenade.
yeah. Dude, cram grenade? That's fucking pretty hardcore. Yeah. If you want to do the same thing, we'll have Yuri do. You crack open this like burping seal of cram, and it smells deliciously nasty. Fucking, you know how that shit smells. Yeah, give me a. I guess it'll be an athletic strength test to see. And now, sorry, you're going to throw this at the already distracted ones, or at the. Well, I guess it's just the alpha left.
Yeah. Throw it at the alpha.
I'll throw it at the alpha. Let's
Throw it
see
at
if
the
we
alpha.
can-
Okay,
see if we can
give me the toss.
Okay.
Cram grenade.
Cram grenade.
I'll
Grenade
go.
away.
No! Nailed it.
buddy boy.
Nailed
Okay,
it.
so first of all, your guys' action points are fully full. Well done.
Permission to ice cold wine.
Permission granted.
Dinner served, you mongrel bastard.
Oh,
Ooh.
so good. You like classic textbook Army, U.S. Army handbook, cram grenade this thing over.
Cram grenade in basic cram grenade training.
Of course, which
Yeah.
every Vault Tech employee has to go through.
Sarge took us through this quite extensively, actually.
Yeah, it was part of advanced basic training. Yeah, you fucking whip this thing, and like
that was an episode of Community, actually.
Yeah, it probably was. And it fucking dongs this thing. The alpha is like standing over you now, Yuri, and like giving you this look of like, what in the fuck? And it's about to pounce when it gets beamed in the side of the head with a cram grenade. And like, you know when a dog does something like when a dog like jumps up on the couch and like falls over, and like does like some stupid shit and like kind of gets like caught for it, or like, you know, like shakes itself stupid.
He's dog embarrassed.
He's dog embarrassed. He gets hit, but mainly because he gets hit with this thing and it falls to the ground, and like this smell of like this canned, preserved fucking, like it's like the dog food of all dog foods that like you just threw into his face, and like he like cannot help himself and just like like full face like into the thing, like not even breathing. You know how dogs do that sometimes.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
You really should have put a tennis ball in there so he didn't eat it so fast.
Yeah, exactly. He is fucking into this cram, and for the moment, this situation is a clusterfuck, but diffused.
No.
What do you do?
I've got to think of this.
Yeah.
Duke is also standing here right now, just so you know, like, you're having to hold him back from all of this. He wants to be a dog so bad right now.
I'm gonna crouch. I'm gonna crouch next to Duke and get his attention eye to eye, and I'm gonna say,
Dookie boy, make friends.
and then I'm gonna point at the alpha and let him go. Make friends is the command.
Wow.
I cast dog friendship.
I cast dog friendship.
Why can't we be friends? Starts playing mysteriously from a nearby
friends?
speaker.
Slow motion. You can see Duke's fur
Johnny's
bouncing with his dog armor, and he's all happy. His tongue's hanging out the side of his mouth.
Dun, 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 dun.
Interesting. I like this. This is just really fun storytelling. I'm not gonna make you roll for dog friendship. So yeah, Duke goes over there, but like, this is the alpha of this pack,
for sure.
And like, this is the first chance that like you've had a chance to like really get a grok of this thing. Like Yuri, you are currently like,
oh yeah, I got a plan for it.
you're like right in front of this thing. Duke comes up and he's like kind of cautious, and like he goes to go make friends because he's been playing with Titus's dogs and stuff like that, you know, recently. And like immediately this, like without even like putting his head up from the can of cram, the alpha just goes like, and like Duke's like, oh, okay, and like kind of cautious.
Can I assist with this little thing that's going on?
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to say very calmly to Clint, Clint, I need you to get up very slowly, please, and get on an Olamay and go after that Brahmin bull. And I'm going to reach into my pack, and pull out a bottle of purified water. And I'm going to
look at you guys using items from your inventory. Who are these players?
I'm going to crack the water, and as the dog is eating his cram, I'm going to pour the water into the empty cram container, just nice and slow.
Okay,
Be very, very calm and be, there you go, big boy. It is okay. It's good.
I'll allow it. You're mixing in some water here with his cram here. This is like kind of playing out. He's like a little nervous, but like him and Duke are kind of like getting a bit of a sort of a perimeter here where he's like kind of like licking up the scraps from like this cram can. So like there's a bit of a thing going on here, and sure enough, Yuri, I'll say you're right in front of this guy now. Give me a difficult. You can choose to do a difficulty 0 test should you choose, but be forewarned, if you do fail and things go sideways, it could be very bad for you in this current situation. Would you like to know more?
I would like to know more.
Okay.
What kind of test would you want to do?
Well, it's a difficulty 0, and I will say that it will be a perception survival.
Oh, I'm gonna
Down the middle.
I'm gonna roll.
What's your target?
My target number is 14.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to. No, I'm going to roll. I'm going to go for the big stuff. I want this to work.
It's not a 20, baby.
Well, that didn't work, but it didn't not work.
It didn't work, but it didn't not work either. You're sort of checking him out, and you can tell by looking at him. I mean, you've got some points in your medicine skill here. You can tell that he's very thin. But you can tell that like this dog was once like a fucking beast of a bruiser, but like now is very like pretty thin and emaciated. You can tell that like at this point with that test, if you're not quite sure, but like if you push it too much more here without doing something big, this could go sideways again pretty quickly.
I'm going to get low, and very. I'm very. Is he still eating?
Like you've got like 20 seconds max before this thing is gonna be pretty much done with this food on both sides.
Oh, okay. You're not supposed to touch a dog when he's eating, but
No.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to get really, really low and pet Dookie Boy by the scruff of the neck. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna reach out, and when he finishes eating, I'm gonna try to pet the alpha. Oh, I need Clint to be on the fucking Brahmin, by the way.
He's already gone. You told him to do that. Clever use of NPC. It's already happening. Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Other guys, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I'm staying back. I've got my rifle sort of low ready. I'm sort of just ready to pop off if it is required, but I don't think me thumping around in a power armor suit is going to help with a delicate circumstance. And I'm kind of keeping my eye on the Brahmin bull running away in the distance circumstance as well. So I'm just on watch.
Okay. You go to pet Duke at this moment here, Yuri, and as you go to do that, the alpha looks up at you, and you are right back where you started, not before this whole cram situation started. What do you do?
I'm gonna make a roll.
Gotta do something, guys.
Yeah,
Getting away.
I was hoping Raj had something for this while I was trying to pet this goddamn dog.
Yeah, I had to get a cram, dude.
Longer you guys cannot. If you gotta hang out here, you're gonna be fighting some dogs.
I'm already here.
Okay. I've got something with this. So we got some sturdy raider armor. I assume pants are involved. Are they leathery?
I think it's more of like a fucking.
Okay,
I
want to make a tug of war toy, and try to get the alpha dog.
Interesting decisions.
To try to tug of war with this sturdy raider armor that we have.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go. Yeah. No. That. You start walking towards this thing carrying a pair of pants, and it barks and bites at Yuri.
Oh, god damn it! All right, yeah, bite me, dog.
Okay.
Nope.
It misses. That is.
I'm feeding the
wild.
bite. I'm feeding the bite.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It goes to bite at Yuri and lunges wide. It's like pretty distracted right now by all this shit going on. It goes for it and it loses its footing. Maybe because it just gorged itself on more calories than it's probably had in several years. But like fucking stumbles and like loses its footing and like slams up against the wall and has like a quick like burps up a little bit. It's trying to go a little bit too hard after fucking just absolutely feasting. This dog failing has bought you guys some time. What do you do?
Grapple.
You want to attack this thing? There's like 20 dogs
I'm not attacking.
Here. You guys
I'm
know
gonna
that,
grapple
right?
this dog. I'm gonna pick up this dog and restrain it in my power armor because I don't want to hurt it and I don't want it to hurt itself. And I think that we get this back to town somehow, put it in a restraint that we might be able to salvage this dog's I feel bad for the dog. He's all scrappy.
Okay,
and...
sure. You go to grab this dog, and it starts attacking you immediately.
Okay.
And as it does, so do all of these other dogs.
Okay.
There are now we're now in combat.
Okay. That's fine.
This is gonna be interesting. Hold on, let me change.
That's
let me
a
change
word
screens.
you could use to describe it.
Oh, wait, where did everybody go? God damn it! Oh,
God
the combat
damn it.
stream keeps going away, but here we go. We're back. We're back. I think we're back. Hold on a second. Justin has again disappeared. Why does Justin keep disappearing?
He's here.
No, you're here, but you're not in the other screen. Hold on a
You're
second.
here, but not there here.
We're not there. They're here. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
The moose.
We got you. We got you. I don't know why it's always you're one that seems to be the weird actor upper there, but we got you back. So we now have it's an abstract theater of the mind combat, but there are a lot of dogs here. I'm not going to burst the bubble here, but if you guys want to murder all of these dogs, we're probably going to be here for like 100 sessions. So how do you want to either defuse this
Yuri,
situation
as soon
or
as Grant
escape? Because we're not playing Dog Murder, the video.
Yeah.
Dog Murder Simulator.
All I'm going to try to do is grab this alpha and basically walk away. My physical reduction is minimum 5, so I'm ignoring the dogs and I'm picking the alpha up and I'm leaving.
Yeah, you basically had my plan too. As soon as you grapple that big alpha dog, Yuri's up on his feet and booking it after Enola May and yells behind him like, "Good luck with that!" And it's taking off.
Yeah, John's gonna peace out. He's
Now,
out of there.
I will remind you, you do have a pack of you've kind of forgotten all about the group of
That's
worker
true.
settlers that you have with you
We
currently
totally
and are
did.
entirely fixated. I have to break you guys a little bit away from these dogs. There
No,
are
no, no,
human
no.
beings. If
We're
you just
running
run
away.
away,
We're gonna get away with these dogs.
all of your settlers will be eaten by dogs.
No, we're not running from the settlers. We're just
But there is not a situation in which if you grab this dog and try to run away with it, there is not a full-on combat with all of these guys. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying you're gonna have to think of
I'm
these
just
settlers
saying
very,
don't.
very carefully because these dogs are going
yeah.
to go after
So Johnny and Yuri go help the settlers. I'm picking up this alpha and Duke also. I'll send Duke off with one of you guys. I'm going to pick up the alpha, and I don't even care if I lead them away from the settlers to save them from the dog, because that's going to get all their attention away from everyone else.
I'll tell you what's happened currently right now. You have grabbed this dog off the ground. I won't make you test for it because I just said it was a sick dog on the ground. I'm going to give you a free. You can grab this sick dog.
You
currently.
can grab a sick dog.
At the moment, you have this dog. The second you do, about half of this pack who were distracted go after, now gunning after you and Yuri. The others are going after Johnny and the settlers. There are about 10 dogs per pack coming at you hard and fast. I'm telling you, this is going to go very badly.
Okay, that's fine. I'm throwing my Molotov cocktail at the group of dogs that are going after the settlers.
Ooh, okay. Give me a, well, I guess it's a thrown. We never do throw weapons. I think it's agility and...
I have one Molotov cocktail.
No, strength and...
There is explosives, I think. There is an explosive skill roll.
Let's go
But
with
I don't
that.
know if that's the... Yep.
We'll go, we'll go strength explosives.
Oh my god, this could not be a fucking shitty roll. Whatever, I'm throwing fire.
No one's making you guys fight these dogs.
All right.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
I see shit's breaking bad. I'm throwing fire at the dogs.
I mean, he did it. Yeah, absolutely. This is a brilliant move. This is the kind of outside of the box thinking I'm trying to get you guys to do here. You throw this. And as you do, the dogs that were coming at you, Yuri, are now more or less penned in by this fire. Again, all of this is clock ticking time. None of this is permanent. So you've currently bought yourselves and Grant and his currently captured dog some time. The others, on the other hand, are currently going towards John Cap. John Cap, what do you do?
So I'm gonna yell at the settlers. let's get the fuck out of here, and we're gonna hightail it, and
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be at the back of them, facing towards the pack of dogs, and I'm gonna shoot my shotgun in their general area.
General direction.
General
You're
direction.
trying to intimidate these dogs to fuck off. Is
Yeah,
what we're
yeah,
what
like,
we're
I'm
trying to do.
Get the
Love
fuck back
it.
away, you bastards.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a shotgun roll.
All right, here we go. Hey, shotgun coming at ya.
Coming at you from Kamachka. Yuri from Kamachka.
Oh my god!
You
That
mean
is so bad. Nope. Luck point.
oh,
Luck
okay.
point.
Luck
I
point.
really want this to work.
Yeah, I'm
I want
not.
this to work too. Target
I'm
number
not
15.
doing that. Okay.
Double 19s. That's spicy meatball.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not great.
Come on, we just need a good number here, bud. That's not.
Low to go. Low to
Right.
go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You wheel around the old fucking Honest Abe's shotgun here and let off both barrels, kind of in a wayward sort of way. Some of the buckshot hits like the gravel of the asphalt as you're leading the settlers down sort of like this narrow alleyway and starts ping-ponging and ricocheting off walls. And it does. They back off. They're like, what the fuck? So they're not looking at you anymore, but now they are looking now towards Yuri and
Good luck
Grant.
with all of that.
Grant.
Well, it's like this is all not going according to the plan. So I'm not gonna like throw like I'm trying to achieve a Olympics medal for shot put, but I'm gonna kind of just like get the alpha dog out.
Are you gonna throw this dog?
I'm gonna throw it.
I'm not
But
going for like the world record,
But I'm not trying to like
going for
hurt
some
the
sort of a
dog.
record.
I'm not trying to throw the dog like a distance, just far enough away that it's not like on my face the second I let go of it.
So I'm rolling
And then-
for yeet.
Oh, just like off your body.
Just off, like I'm just like, okay, fine, like be like that, and I'm just gonna start hightailing it towards the settlers. Can I see is Clint and
Clint
Enola,
is
are they
fucking
making it?
fully out of eyesight by now?
Okay, so I'm
Clint
gonna head
is-
back to the settlers then,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
and I'll try to outrun the dogs if I can. I mean, they probably run faster than me in power armor, but
Well, I don't know. I might be. I don't know who. Is that Superman versus the Flash? I don't know. That's
Superman wins everything.
That's a little column A, little column B. Okay, yeah. You toss. Give this guy a little toss down. He's fucking dazed. It does not know what to make of any of this.
weird day for them.
It's a weird day. Yeah. I will not let you. You guys will not believe the day I had. You throw him down. He takes some damage just because you're just a dude throwing a dog, but like nothing to write home about. He doesn't like break a leg or anything like that. But like he hits the ground and it gets up and like gives you this like what the fuck like again like that embarrassed dog look like, dude. Knock.
I'm gonna say, as I'm leaving, bad dog, and then I'm taking off.
Yeah, this dog runs off, lets off a couple of barks, sees that like the firepower here is not necessarily what he might have thought. What with these Molotov cocktail, he doesn't know you might not have many more of those, and makes some barks and regroups with his dogs and goes to try to deal with his dudes who are in the flame because he's got some settlers of his own to think about here now at this stage. This has given you guys enough time to regroup.
No, Yuri still is on his plan. I'm fucking off to go find my Brahmin and
Well,
Clint.
that I was about to say. I mean, it gives you guys enough time to regroup, to fuck off.
I'm doing the thing that you should never do. I'm splitting the party.
All right,
Yuri
we're
is
gonna start.
Oh, okay.
Yuri is going fully after that Brahmin bull. That is Clint was what we came for. He's on my fucking Brahmin, and the Brahmin bull is what we want.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
officially now lost 2 Brahmin and Clint.
Yeah.
So yeah, good call. Yes, you run off and start to head towards the last sort of direction that you saw Clint heading towards.
I just want it clear. I'm not abandoning you guys. I'm fully aware of your competency to murder a bunch of dogs.
Oh no, the dogs are fucking off. The dogs.
We
the
didn't
dogs
hear
are
any of that.
I don't think you understood. The dogs are fucking off. So you guys are like don't have to split the party.
Okay.
They've gone in a slightly different direction, so you're not like fully splitting the party. Right
Then
now.
I'm just gonna command the settlers and everyone that can hear me, like, come quickly.
You're doing your thing. We're good. You guys didn't kill an old dog. You did try to pick him up. It didn't go weird. It did go weird, but you've got yourselves away from this situation for the time being. If you were choosing to run now, which I suggest that you do, you will have no more dog encounters. Just to clear that up for now. But yes, you as a group start running through towards the last place that you saw Clint here. And why don't we give a group roll or someone can roll for the group more accurately for a good old tracking test. It's going to be the classic perception survival.
Ooh, I real good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
you go
perception's
right on
not
ahead,
bad,
bud.
but you do it.
Well, what's your target number? Because mine is quite high.
Mine's 11.
Mine is 14.
Yeah,
Nice.
yours is higher.
That's what we want.
Mine is
Give me
lower.
a Brahmin tracking roll. You're able to run a block or two away. Give yourself some distance.
That's
Nice.
no successes.
That'll do it.
Fantastic.
That'll
Yeah,
do.
you get down. You're looking for the hooves of your Brahmin. After you guys have given yourselves a little bit of a distance from these where you encountered the dogs on the other side of the bridge. Excuse me. Looking down, you're able to track for a bit. The ashfall is helping you out here a little bit. It's just a flurry, not the full on snow, so you don't have to worry about all of the.
Can I actually give out like a loud whistle, like a very loud?
Ooh, sure, yeah. While you're doing track, once you get the tracks and start following, you give the whistle, and you're able to sort of finally get a little bit of a hearing of a bit of a commotion. And as you whistle out, you hear Clint yell, "Yuri, is that you?" And gives you a general location
General location?
of which to head towards.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
And as
Making my way, Dogtown.
making your way down. God, it's gonna get so good. You make it to where you're dealing with or where you see now Clint on Onolome with we're in a bit of like an alleyway. And it's like a parking lot in this alleyway of an old building with some sort of roll shutter doors and sort of this big concrete slab parking lot that you kind of find everybody.
What could go wrong? It's
You've
just
got
a
door-
cornered
you've got sort of-
gigantic bull.
Yeah, bull in a china shop at the moment.
Classic. It's your classic bull in a china shop
Classic
situation.
bull in a china shop. But you've Clint more or less has this thing penned in, but it's penned in a pretty big area, and it is pissed.
Yeah,
no
sort of
shit.
this alleyway. He's on a NOLA, sort of blocking it, and the bull's sort of on the far side, just pacing back and forth and kind of like smashing against like dumpsters and shit. And like this thing's more of like a big horner maybe than like a full on like Brahmin. Like it's got a little bit of something weird in it. So like it's ornery and it's like smashing shit around and like kind of like given some blustering as you guys reunite with Clint. Oh God. There you guys are. I didn't think if you guys were going to be kibbles and bits back there.
It's hilarious. Clint, you're the Brahmin wrangler. How can we best support you to wrangle this Brahmin? I'm going to put it back on him. He's a fucking Brahmin guy. I only have a Brahmin. He's the caravan leader.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I caught it before. I mean, I've got the lasso here, but he is mighty pissed off at the moment. I mean, I could give it a go, but I could sure use one of yours help. Maybe, I don't know, somebody in a big old suit of power armor?
Yeah.
That's me. I'll help.
We have a guy like that.
Oh, lucky for us. Yeah,
I'll try to pick the bull up after we throw some cram at it.
How much crab did you guys get? Like
Today's
a lot.
episode is brought to you by picking up animals you shouldn't pick up.
Don't pick that goose up.
So, you need me to pick up that? I was like, no, Grant. Like, we actually don't need any.
You
animals
picked that one
to
up?
pick right now.
Don't stop
forgot.
picking up other people's dogs.
I'm for sure your guy for that.
This is not the end of the weird animal encounters. I have a feeling this season either. Anyway, he sort of looks at you. He's like, "Well, we got the lasso here. I mean, I'll try to get him around it, and then if you could just help me hold on." But
Yeah. That sounds like a reasonably good idea. Little lassoing, and I'll hang on. I'm the anchor.
Dorman Guns kind of looks at this stage and kind of goes, "I might just take some of the townsfolk here around the corner just in case this goes a little bit sideways."
That's a good idea.
Thank you, Guns. You are always at our back.
Well,
I mean, have our back.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Clint gets up there, and he sort of gets into position, and he's sort of like is riding up a little bit on an Ola May and sort of squares off with this thing.
I really wish I had any chems right now, like anything. Oh man!
Didn't you guys get something in?
Yeah, let's.
We have buff out. I don't.
Buff out, yeah.
Real quick powwow. Do we have?
Yeah.
We only have buff out.
I can't remember. What is buff out?
Well, we have Nuka-Cola Cherry, but I don't know if we want to give that to a bull.
Buff out is a brand of highly advanced steroids that increase strength, reflexes, and endurance. Do we want to give that to the thing we're trying to subdue?
That would be.
No. I think.
So do you want to make an increase challenge?
I think
that's for buff out here. Uno momento.
I think Johnny might. He loves his drugs. That might help us.
Just tell him it's Chrono.
So, yeah, Johnny, this is Chrono. Enjoy.
Oh, shit. No.
Buff out lets you reroll 1d20 on all strength and endurance tests and increases your max HP by 3. But it is potentially addictive.
Dun dun dun. I mean, that seems like something that John Cap might be interested in.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I like this.
I'm gonna eat the pills or inject the
Eat the pills.
It is.
I actually I don't want to make character choices for you, but I imagine in my head canon you just like crushing them up on a tin and just like
Yeah, like you guys. The two of you are arguing over what to do, and John's just like mortar and pestling these pills, and just takes a nice Hollywood and is like goes in without a word, doesn't say anything.
Yeah. In fact, I like this way better. You just rip this fucking line and get up and like without a word just walk past Clint and grab the lasso out of his hand. And sort of walk towards the Brahmin. and now you're like Grant and Yuri just like, what the? Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay. I guess we're just doing this. So we'll make it a two-parter with you guys here. We'll get Johnny to rope him
that's
in.
Dumb, and I love it.
Yeah, and then we'll see if we can get Grant to power armor anchor this thing in without getting running of the bulls. So Johnny. I will get you, sir, to give me a. Let's make it a like a ranged attack, I guess, right? Sure. Yeah, like a perception. Well, why can't I remember the skill weapon combinations right now?
Agility, small guns, or
that's the one. Thank you, sir. It's you were small gunning this thing. You could do a thrown, but that's lame. No one's good at thrown.
Yeah, let's go. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty, we'll make it. Make it difficulty 2. You might want to spend some. You've got a full pool of action points at the moment.
Yes, we're gonna do that. We'll spend one of our own. I'll be very clear about that.
Okay.
Agility small guns. Here we go.
There we go. Oh, actually, sorry. We'll make it. Strength strength small guns in this
strength
case
small guns.
because of the buff out. It would be dumb if you crushed the buff out and then I.
That totally tracks. Okay, so here's the deal. My strength is 4. It's not great, so I would propose to use a luck point and substitute my luck stat and roll with a target number of 16.
Ooh, that's significantly better on
As
3 dice because you bought one there.
Yep, doing the whole deal there. And small guns.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I did it
rolls over here
without saying a word.
Yep, 100%. cinch this thing down, get it around its weird, gnarly, big horns. And like it was not expecting that. It's like, you know, rumping around doing its thing. Maybe it's showing off a little bit for the female Brahmin in here. Who's to say? I'm not a bull cop. But
I'm not a Brahminologist.
Yeah. But I play one on TV. But it smashes some stuff around, and like as it grabs onto this thing, it like rears up on its haunches, and you get like a full size of this thing. And he's a big old brute. And as you do, you're holding on to this bad boy here. Don't even need the reroll, but you guys are going to have to make an opposed strength test against this thing. And I'll let you guys do it as an assisted test. So I'd imagine it would be Grant who would be leading it with his power armor,
if you will.
bits.
I'm not going to get in on the strength test because I suck at that, but I have a different plan. So you let me know when that's.
John just did a bunch of drugs and he's down for anything.
God's down to clown.
Let's go find some more Brahmin.
Okay. Well then, we're gonna do. Well, I'll do it like it's a headbutt attack for him. So you're gonna have to get more successes than 2, Mr. Grant.
All right.
So Grant, you get to roll 2 dice, making a strength endurance test. Strength athletics
small
test.
guns?
Strength athletics. Sorry.
Okay, but
And
not strength small guns that I have as a tag skill, even though it's not a gun that we're using.
I will give you a no on that one.
Okay, I try.
But John can assist, excuse me, by rolling same test, strength athletics with 1 dice.
Johnny, you assist. May I buy another dice, please?
You may. You have you have action points to burn.
Okay.
You now have 4.
Strength, athletics, doopy doop. There we go. Oh, well, help, Johnny. Johnny, help me with your roll, Johnny.
Oh,
yeah. Nice. Your buff out comes in clutch.
Dude, this is the rolls in this episode are
it's like
wild.
Slipping through my like metal power armor hands, and I'm like, oh, Johnny.
I love that. That's exactly what it is. As he rears up, you run in and grab the fucking reins of this thing and just like I mean, maybe you can lock power armor, you know, in place or something, you know, so like it just can't move, you know, like goes into static position and just like turtle up in this thing.
I do have a plan.
Exactly that. Like it's just like starts to slip, and you give Johnny the look, and he comes in and like it's the two of you guys holding this thing down, and you've got it. You now have the Brahmin. It comes down like a little bit beaten. Like you didn't break it, right? But like you broke that one move. Like it was about to break free, and like now you have it. But with that complication, now you have it. So
yeah. Yuri has something for this.
Yeah, you have caught a Brahmin by the toe, and as it looks at you, it puts one foot and goes, puts its head down,
Yuri,
and gets ready to charge. But that's where we'll take our halftime break for this episode. The gang, our animal husbandry skills are all over the place.
It's a learning process.
We're finding it out as we do it.
You learn a lot about yourself.
We grab the bull by the
horns.
horns.
The real Brahmin was the friends we made along the way.
They take care of us. Yeah. We'll be back. We'll call it. What time is it now? It's almost 10:02. So why don't we say we'll be back at 10 after the hour? Does that make sense? I can't do math.
Yep. It's like 15
minutes. Perfect. We'll give everybody a 15-minute break. We'll be back 10 after the hour. Go have yourselves a break. We'll be back to see what the gang is going to do. Yeah, that too. And see what happens with this Brahmin that they have now officially wrangled, good, bad, or ugly. See what I did there? We'll be back. Hang tight. 15 minutes and go tell your moms. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Buff out stuff's no good.
Buff out. More like buff in.
Buff in.
Buff in. We are back. Hello. We have returned for the second half of episode 4, season 3. Fistful of Neutrons, the Ghoul, the Bad, and the Ugly. We're jumping right back into it. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a very animal-heavy episode, starting with
Heavy petting?
showdown.
Is it heavy petting?
It's a heavy petting episode. It started with some dogs facing off against our gang here in between their runaway Brahmin. After narrowly escaping the clutches of the pooches, they are now face to face with the Brahmin, have wrangled it with the help of a lasso and some Grant big buff power armor. But the bull is now staring down Yuri, Grant, John Cap, Enola May, and Clint, and is prepared to charge.
Yuri's doing something.
Yuri's doing something. What do we get?
Yuri's
What
doing
do we got,
something.
What do we got?
I'm going to rip the bottom of my vestments off into a large swath of cloth.
No,
No, you're not.
You're not.
Yes, I am. And
Yes,
I'm
he
going.
is.
And I'm 100% going to Crocodile Dundee this bull.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
going to start walking at it and doing the. Easy, bull. Easy. Clint, I'm going to show you how this is done. And I'm approaching it, and I'm going to put this fucking cloth over its eyes.
Okay, this is amazing. We're gonna do
I have no luck left.
of
So
test here. Let me look at what we got. Yeah, sure. We'll
love
do
this.
like an opposed skill check here for sure.
show us some love in the comments, by the way, if you got my fucking Crocodile Dundee reference. I know Reverend did.
Well, yeah, but we're both old.
And technically everyone on this podcast is the same person, so
Yeah, exactly that. Okay, well, we're gonna make this. It's gonna be charisma as the base.
whew, not good for me, but let's fucking do it.
Yeah. I mean, but you are like you're coming. It's also gonna be charisma for the bull. So I mean, take that into account. And yours is better. Charisma. We'll call it survival.
Charisma survival. How many dice can I buy?
Well,
I'm going to buy
currently,
all
yes.
of the dice.
It's going to be a difficulty 2 test. You have 4 action points in the pool. So without going into the negative from me, you could buy 2 more dice.
I'm buying 2 dice.
Absolutely.
I need this to work. Charisma and
Survival.
survival.
What is your target
right.
number, sure?
My target number is an 11, so not terrible.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna walk up to it. Easy, bull. Easy. And here we go.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, that's 3 successes.
Oh,
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, you critted on that. It's not contested. You got 3 successes. You know, I was only making you go for 2. You give this thing the old wow, and like come down, and like as it's like getting ready to charge, it's like starts to look like kind of transfixed and like weirded out by what you're doing, and like it's moving around and like bucking. There's a couple times where like, oh, it has a little bit of a thing going on here, but it's gonna give a quick test just to see. You get it. Yeah. Okay. Good. You get it over its eyes. Good thing you got the crit. Because yeah, it's two successes to your 3, and you get it over, and like it's just now a rock. Like it doesn't know what to do. Like you fucking like
Solid as a rock.
solid as a rock. Like
I'm gonna tie
Yeah.
the bandana in such a way that it's secure on its horns over its eyes,
Yeah.
and start to pet the muzzle of the bull gently. Easy. Big fella.
As you're right up. Excuse me.
Are you
Close
okay?
personal, I am. That bull growl took it all out of me, apparently. As you're up close and personal to this thing now, you can see that like it's got like these like Texas longhorns like fucking like long like ape hanger sort of situation, and like it's a classic Brahmin with 2 heads, right? But like it's big and it's got like this big like ridge sort of on its back, and it's 2 necks, sort of where they split off. Its heads are connected by like its 1 horn that would be like in between its heads, you know what I mean? So like it only has like 1 really big horn on one head and 1 other really big horn on the other head, and so like when it moves, it can't move its heads independently, so like it's always like kind of like this big boy, and you're able to get it around your thing now, but like your pastor's garb now is like a bit of a mid waist. What does Yuri wear underneath?
Well, I've got combat armor underneath my vestments.
Okay,
but I'm not hanging fucking mute fruit out here.
And there is, of course, the layer of mithril I have on.
It is, of course, there's adamantium.
Oh, I forgot to mention that, right?
Yeah, very good. Okay, good. Just making sure that like Yuri's not just free balling it now, like in the middle, in the middle of winter.
He's a free spirit. He's just that kind of guy.
Cool. You have wrangled yourselves, gentlemen, a Brahmin, and I think that's a completion of our first quest.
Yeah!
Hey!
We found the Brahmin! We
4
did it!
heads are better than 1. In fact, let's bring up the quest roster right there. You got 1. Cross it off the list. Clint went missing. Tracking Brahmin. Find him and maybe another cow. Quest complete. You guys just got some XP. Well done. Oh, well done indeed. Side quest completed. It is, after this whole shenaniganery of an afternoon, it is pushing towards evening time now. It was like about midday when all of this sort of gone on, and it's been probably about an hour now. So you're pushing up towards sunset coming up soon-ish. Regardless of how you wish to spend the next little bit of time, it's going to be about another day's ride to make it to New Pueblo. So what is it you guys want to do? You're still in Dogtown. You haven't fully gotten out, but like you're as close to being out as you're going to get. What do you want to do?
Gentlemen, get in where you're fitting. What do you want to do?
Nothing else in Dogtown that Grant needs to do. I already tried kidnapping one.
You did try to steal some dude's dog.
So I did try to steal the dog's own self.
Tried to steal the king of Dogtown.
The king of Dogtown. He was giving me the look.
Dogtown.
You know, they say when you go to prison, you just find the biggest, meanest dog you can find.
You pick him up.
And then everyone in prison's like, how'd that dog get in here?
Fuck you. Fuck you. This is a dumb fucking show.
It is a dumb show. So what's the plan? Push on to New Pueblo?
Yeah, I want to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Like,
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of Dogtown. I'm thinking like let's keep the bull blindfolded, but I am going to tie it very closely to the back of Enola May for some scent action.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, you didn't have to say that, but
I didn't, but I
hate that you did.
now I thought it, and now you had to hear it.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little carrot stick sort of situation, right? Like the donkey with the carrot. Yeah, he's like, whoa, there's another bull here. This is news to him. He's been running
definitely
dogs.
A cow, not a bull.
Well, sorry, there's another Brahmin.
That's
here.
not. Do we have to have the talk?
No, we're good. We're good.
Don't Brahmin really
don't
loves
milk
another
it.
Brahmin.
Should I bring the diagram? Okay.
No, we're good. Okay, so yeah, we're pushing on through the town. You reconvene with guns, new Brahmin in tow, and make your way down the I-25. And as you do, start making your way down through the last bits of the city streets. You can hear some barking and some activity as you see Dogtown behind you, and you can't help but get the feeling that you're being watched by the king of Dogtown, who's now holds a grudge for being attempted to be called a good boy. No, I'm just kidding. You do see On the actually, I love this now. There's a rooftop, and there's just you see the silhouette of a dog just sitting up there, and you can just tell. You can tell. You don't know for sure, but you can tell. And he's watching you boys.
Always watchful.
Always watchful. The king
And
of
vengeful.
Dogtown. You make
It's
your
not
way.
the dog that we needed. It's the dog we deserve.
It's the dog you deserve. That's why he has to stay. That's why he has to run. That's why you have to run. In fact, how doth you want to get going? The I-25. What you know about this stretch? We have now breached new territory on the Colorado territories. We are headed further down south. In fact, let me pull out the world map. There we go. The gang just now leaving Dogtown, just south on our the right-hand side of your screen there. Longmount's in the top corner, and they're heading straight down the I-25. Just south of Dogtown now, New Pueblo is the nearest destination. None of you have been, but you've heard from like travelers who've passed through Longmount. No one from the town, your crew, your caravan, in fact, have actually gone through. You've only had some very sparse broken up radio contact through Bert's Tower. What you do know about the I-25, there's one landmark that everybody knows, and that is Uranium Springs. What used to be Colorado Springs, potentially the most nuked hole in all of Colorado due to its pre-war significance to both Vault-Tec and the military. It is a no-go zone, which you can see glowing at night from this side of Dogtown, or at least you can tell.
I flash guns like I hang loose. Like, yeah, it's fine.
we got this. Yeah. But now that is directly down straight through the shot. From what you know of travelers who have made it this way, there's a path that folks take around Uranium Springs to get to New Pueblo from the north. You know that there's road markers and signs, telling folks that like when you're getting close to the radiation zone. So as far as you know, there are some landmarks that will help you in this journey. So it is time for a travel test. How do you guys want to make this trip? Do you want to go fucking whole hog, cautious, or super fucking just regular down the way she goes?
I don't think we're in a hurry necessarily.
Yeah, we're not in a hurry anymore. Like we got everything that we need when we get to New. They're not expecting us, so
Maybe we don't lose any people.
let's be cautious. I know it's not our forte, but
I mean,
let's
and you
try
guys,
it.
you
Let's
guys
just
did,
try it.
yeah. I mean, you went full blast through Dogtown to try to escape, or to try to get through that quickly. I think it makes sense that you would take some time here now to go and do that. Okay, so some questions about the route here, and this will help determine our difficulty. Is the journey along established route between settlements?
no,
Not in this case.
No.
Familiar with the area?
no,
Negative. Under control of a friendly faction?
no.
No. Have you been given good directions, or do they know prominent landmarks to aid in your navigation?
No.
That's probably also a no.
I mean, that one I think I want to give to you because everyone knows about Uranium Springs and not to go there, and you know that there are signs telling you before you get into the radiation zone. So I'll give you guys that one.
Okay.
All right.
I think it's fair.
Yeah,
and
one.
then are obstacles in the path easily avoided or circumnavigated? You don't know what they are, so
Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna go
aside
with a no.
from Uranium Springs, but I guess that.
I mean, that's
doesn't
easily navigated as far as you know. So yeah, okay. You know what? I'll give you that one as well. So it's a bit of a split. So your difficulty is going to be a difficulty of 3 based on those questions of your knowledge of the area, based on the Winter of Adam additional source book for Fallout 2D20,
which you can buy at our link below.
Hey, you can. Hey, look, we did a thing. We've never
we did a
done that
thing.
before. That's fun.
Yeah, I'm shilling.
Yeah, baby. Give us those bottle caps. But seriously, but a cautious test in this case reduces the navigation difficulty of your test by 2. So in this case, it's actually only going to be a difficulty 1 because you decided to take it nice and slow. So, who has the best endurance survival skills amongst the group?
Nope. Target 7 for me.
Ooh, I think that's probably going to be me again, unfortunately.
I mean, you are
I know
kind
I'm
of the
making.
caravan guy.
I'm sorry that I'm making so many fucking rolls, boys.
Kind of your
but
thing, man.
You're the
It is-
caravan guy. What?
Endurance survival is a 10.
10's pretty good. Yeah, okay. So then you'd be looking for difficulty of 1 to make this
We
happen.
only have one cap or one action point left, so I can't
Yep.
buy another dice.
You can. One dice. One dice is one.
1
action
to 1,
point,
2
Oh,
to
okay.
3.
But then, yeah. 2 is.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then I will actually use our last action point.
Might as
to do
well, if
that.
not now.
If
If
not
not
now,
now,
then
then
when?
when?
So,
If we
so
can't
it's going to
scuba.
be difficulty 1 test on 3 dice with a target number of 10. Those feel like half decent odds.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. Yeah, okay, that's a crit. Thank God for that crit.
Thank God, indeed. And and thank God it wasn't a higher difficulty test, or that 19 might have been a little bit tangly. Yeah, you between what you know about the route to New Pueblo, which isn't a ton but enough, and the combination of the weather clearing up the further south you go, it makes this leg of the journey far more manageable than you had previously. Whereas before you had that full blowing snow. Now you still have a little bit of ashfall, but it's kind of like when it's like flurries, right? Like not actually snowing, it's just kind of like snow in the air. So you're not feeling those radioactive effects as you're going. And in fact, as you're getting further and further towards Uranium Springs, the snow more or less dies down entirely. There's still some like little ashfall piles and whatnot here and there, but as you go further south, the climate's getting much more arid, like visibly so. It's getting much more sort of deserty and more like it normally looks around Longmount, but in the summer months. As sort of the climate,
East Alberta ish.
Yeah, you're going to the Badlands. You're getting my drift, right?
I got you.
It's So as
see
you're
the
heading
dinosaurs?
down, things are turning more into like mesas and stuff. We're getting into a more of a southwestern vibe here than we were feeling a little bit further north in Colorado with our more cowboy sort of slick. As you've come across your first marker for Uranium Springs. It's a road sign, what used to be, something on the I-25 marking the distance to Uranium Springs. Now instead, where it had the mile markers for how close it is, all of the signs, as you see the first one and the next one sort of not too far off, that number of the distance has been changed to the distance of the rads. You can see that there's like all of these scrawled on, radioactive signs, and it says, 10 miles to the zone, 20 miles to the zone, and, getting closer as you're getting closer, but you're actually far further from the actual town center, if you're catching my drift.
Yeah.
And as you hit the last marker, it says, no go the zone. And you can see where there's an exit off the highway, which takes you off onto the offshoot routes. You're not going off-road at this stage, but you are going into a more unknown and less traveled territory. So I think it's time we bust out the D100, Raj.
Oh, Raj, roll that big boy.
Roll
This
that
is-
beautiful bean
This is my
footage.
everything. This is my everything.
The biggest dice known to
Yeah,
man.
show that dice off for the audience.
This
Fuck
beautiful
yeah.
piece of engineering right here.
It is
Oh my God.
dynamite. It's one of my favorite
It
things.
is the best of dice.
What
Here we
do
go.
we got? I can't remember the last one we got, but it was up there.
41. It is 41.
Well, then that could not. Man, this could not have made itself any better. As you are making your way downtown, making your way Dogtown.
Making my way, Dogtown.
As the night time comes, where would you guys where would you be thinking of trying to set up camp for the night? You're not going to make it to New Pueblo tonight. You're kind of in there's some smaller bedroom communities, nowhere with a real name to put a stamp on it. So there's the odd house, farmhouse, those kinds of things. you create a truth for me, gentlemen, to borrow from the Achtung Cthulhu game of where you guys would like to make camp tonight.
Is there a red rocket?
There's always a red rocket, except for right now, where there is instead a Poseidon energy station. So same deal, but again, we're moving into a more southwest, midwesterny vibe here. I got you. So we've got Poseidon energy now.
Does it have that roof up, that gas station roof up?
Yeah. It's got a gas station roof with it's got kind of like a 1950s weird V. Is where the cars come.
Flying V.
Yeah, and it's got a big old neon sign with the big globe and like a fucking trident through it, and Poseidon.
Yeah, I think if we come across like a gas station, we just post up there.
This is the gas station. My boys do love to nap in a gas station. You find yourselves a Poseidon energy shop to set up the night in. It's a little cramped. You got a pretty big crew here at the moment. You're pushing 20 people here at the moment. But you're able to between the mechanic shop, the office, and whatnot, and you got a couple pup tents and whatnot. You're able to make it work. Into the evening, again. Through the night, it's peaceful. You don't encounter anything because you're rolling crits like this. Well, you're not going to throw any encounters at you. But what does happen with that D100 roll, Raj, is in the night, everyone wakes up to what sounds like wind whirling, like wailing almost, like. It's just and it's way far off in the distance. Did anyone investigate the mystery?
Yeah, definitely.
I've rolled way too much. You guys do your stuff.
Perception survival?
Well, I'll give it to you for free for anyone who wants to go outside. Because
I'll go outside.
Because what Raj rolled was radiation hotspot. No joke, on the list that I made, 41. No. And off in the distance, you see the town of Uranium Springs, the nuclear hellhole, at night is just like pulsating to the rhythm of this.
The rhythm of the night.
Oh, this is the rhythm of the night.
This is the rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the night.
Right.
This is the rhythm of the night. You see this. It's kind of like, and like for a bit, it's ominous and it's weird, but like it's almost like you guys have never seen this before up close anyway. So it's kind of like the Northern Lights in a way, right? Like you're all just kind of like, you all woke up to be like, wow, shit, do you see if I can see that? Because the light and like the like this green like and hues like shit hitting the atmosphere, like it's doing like it looks like the Northern Lights, but just very localized, entirely in your kitchen.
You motherfucker! You piece of shit! At this time of year. Okay. Inside jokes are funny. Yuri's gonna go outside. Do I feel any better? Like, do I feel hale and hearty while this is going?
No, you don't. Nobody's Geiger counters or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
that was my question.
Are going off. Yeah, you don't all of a sudden like get like powered by Earth's yellow sun, like Super Yuri or anything.
Yeah, Yuri's just like jacked.
You're
catching
on
wave
purpose.
after wave of radiation.
Yeah, exactly. The route that other travelers in what must have been, pre-Legion times, years past, who had set up these routes, far enough away that whatever's happening there, because this is like this noise and stuff like is new, like whatever this aurora borealis phenomenon is happening, you're far enough away that it's not fucking with you.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I think Yuri is just gonna post up on the hood of a car and invite whoever wants to come over to sit like on the hood of the car with like guns or whatever, and maybe I'll do an impromptu, not a sermon, but like like an impromptu little service about hope and light and building community and stuff. I'm gonna do some Tommy C. Douglas ass action out there.
You're gonna rally the troops.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have a little. It's a cool little natural phenomenon and unnatural phenomenon, but still,
Sure.
yeah, I think that's what Yuri's plan is.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you take this time to have a little morale boost. It's been a fucking day. 2 days. I guess full 24 hours now, because about 24 hours ago was when the wolves attacked. So yeah, this is a sort of a nice little break to that, and a little bit of a look to better times ahead. In fact, Yuri, why don't you give us a little speech here, little talky. I won't make you roll for it, but give us a little something.
Give us a taste.
So I think that in times like this is a very good example that even in the darkest night, when you feel low and you have been beaten down by the world, always look to the light. Look to one another. Look to your strengths. Prop each other up. Help one another. And I promise you, there will always be a light for you to see. And yeah, sort of that's that whole message.
Bardic inspiration for everybody.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Yuri's rousing words, put everyone at ease after a rough day. The former legionary workers and settlers, feel much more secure and rested, and they're sort of more resolved in this, in this pilgrimage that they're making, to maybe go be farmers. I don't know.
Properly compensated, healthcare covered farmers.
Again, yes, it's a very democratic socialism situation going on here.
Unionized. They're all union.
Exactly.
The whole thing, no crop sharing bullshit out here.
No. We tried that in the NCR, didn't work. Anyway, the gang has a good night's sleep. Everyone replenish your hit points, which is good. Your luck points, on the other hand, I know we completed a quest, but it was a side quest. You're still on your main quest is to get to New Pueblo. Once you get there, we can talk about luck points, refreshing, because these last encounters have been fucking heavy. But you get back into good shape into the day. You wake up in the morning. It's like,
can I ask yourself?
Is
life worth living?
Should I blast myself? But no, not this close.
This is a very musical episode.
Not this close to New Pueblo. You're like you guys are close now. Like, it is the last. If it didn't become like pitch black, impossible to keep going last night, you could have probably made it in another 4 to 6 hours. Not going to do another test for it, but it's not snowing for like the first time in forever.
Yeah, this is a hopeful morning.
It's a hopeful morning. How do you want to get on the road? And remember, you're going into a place that A, you've never been to, B, doesn't know you're coming, and C, you know nothing about. I think that was said the same thing twice.
Sneak. I want to sneak. I don't want them to see me. I want to see them first. I want to
A little bit of sneaky would be good.
Do you want to go ahead, Johnny, and scout for us? Sneak ahead. Stay within earshot, but maybe scout ahead of the caravan proper.
It's John, and I'll go do that.
My apologies, Jonathan. My apologies. Mea culpa. Mea culpa.
Yeah, John, if you want to go and do some sneaky snaking,
do some solid snaking out there.
Solid snaking.
Yeah.
After once you guys get to what you think is probably maybe about a couple clicks out. John, why don't you go ahead and give me how do you want to do this? The town's on the road. You haven't quite seen it yet. How do you want to approach this?
Okay, what do I see? I want to be like up on a hill, on a thing, on a something.
It's pretty it's pretty, pretty level.
Pretty flat around, yeah.
It's pretty flat, but like there are some they're fairly off in the distance, not like full on like mesas or like plateaus, but like there are a couple like sort of like smaller things. There are some buildings kind of closer to the town you could probably climb up on.
Yeah, I could get down with that, like being on the top floor of something and looking through my scope to kind of see who is where and what they're doing.
Yeah. As you sort of get, it's not a necessarily big town. As you sort of get to the outskirts, it looks pretty industrial from what you can see, and a lot of it is like fucking fully flattened, just over time, like just like brick imprints of where houses used to be, and then just piles of shit.
Totally.
A lot of that brick has been used to like build up other houses inside the main settlement, which you can see. The outside of it are these like long, big like wooden sort of like logs that have been stacked up, Lincoln log style, just like tree trunks essentially over time that have been stacked up. And there's a gate,
Like railway ties and stuff.
yeah, totally. And there is a main gate because every settlement needs a fucking cool opening main gate. But it's a pull job. It's a pull job deal.
I said pardon?
I said pardon. I said what I said, and I stand by it.
It's a pull
It's
job.
a pull job.
Fuck.
You guys are fucking dumb.
That's what it is.
Dumb.
Yeah, and so you find yourself in like one of these industrial sort of buildings. You can tell like this whatever this town or this part of town at least used to be was pretty like factory heavy, like steel and shit. And yeah, you get up there and you can see these walls, and they're pretty well like they're thick. They look like they've taken like there's like lots of bullet holes and shit. Like it looks like they can take a hit. And also you see a lot of there's like walkways all around it. If you want to give sort of like a ocular pat down of this settlement, give me a we'll call it a perception sneak. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm sneaking. Okay, perception and sneak. Here we go. What's the difficulty of the challenge?
Oh yeah, I should set that. I'll set the. You know what? We'll do this as a scaling one. The more successes you get, the more I'll give you.
Okay. Can I spend AP? Do we have any AP?
Don't have any currently, but
I'll buy one. I'll buy one from you.
Okay.
Whoa.
Because
Nice.
if I don't hit on one, I can re-roll it. Okay,
True.
perception, sneak.
Yes.
Here we go.
Roll 10 dice.
Here we go. Oh,
that's
Damn.
Five successes, 2
landed it.
That's
Just
gone.
gone.
5 successes.
God damn, son.
That's amazing.
That's right.
Successes, John. As you are John capping through this place. It's like dun 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 dun. You're like fucking bobbing and weaving, doing parkour. Fucking.
Wait, is he inside?
No, he's inside a warehouse overlooking the settlement. He just fucking jumps over the wall. No, you get into this position where you can see super stealthy, super secure, and you see that this place looks really well guarded. There are like the guards up on the perimeter towers. Every like couple of meters it looks like there's like a couple automated turrets. But as you're sort of peeping, like you don't have the world's best scope. You don't have like recon scope or anything that Grant has, but like, or you more have a recon scope, not a long one like Grant has. But you're picking through and like you're looking at some of these sentries and like something doesn't look right. Like you're peering through and it's
Ghouls?
and you
Is it
can
ghouls?
tell for a
Mannequins?
second, and then yeah, you're like something's up, and all of a sudden a gust of wind comes and blows one aside, and it's a fucking scarecrow.
Oh, decoys.
There are decoys up on the parapets, if you will. It is a settlement that appears very well guarded.
The art of subterfuge.
What do you do?
Are those turrets just garbage cans with PVC pipe sticking out of them?
Yeah, are they?
Sorry,
Are there Daleks up there?
Yeah.
Like,
The turrets are also fake.
Say
Yes.
Fisher Price on the side.
Yeah. The turrets are also fake. Yes.
Yeah.
They're legit garbage cans with like old like shotguns strapped to the sides of them.
Okay, I love this for us.
Yeah.
Now, are there any sort of breaks in the wall, vulnerable,
The
thin,
wall
unprotected
looks
areas?
rock the fuck solid.
Okay.
From where it blocks off the entrance to this settlement, which is only maybe like a couple city blocks that have been sort of fenced off. the most of it's been fenced off by sort of this natural sort of like quad wrangle of what used to be some sort of industrial building, but the actual like main gate into town is this like several logs thick made thing. Like you could probably not even drive a fucking truck through this thing. The gate is rock solid, but everything else here is a fucking ruse.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I think I might go back to the party and relay information back to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's not, it appears very well guarded, but it is not. But we are not getting through that fucking gate unless they open it for us. So I say we walk right up and say, hey, here we are.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, let's walk up and say, hey, here we are. They're not going to shoot us because they not know fucking guns.
Excellent. This will want to be our trading partners. We do not want to spook them. We want our best foot forward.
Yeah, we'll go right to the front gate. We won't have our guns in our hands.
Perfectly.
Actually, Overseer,
Yes, sir.
may I have a little leeway? At the Poseidon Energy gas station, were there any like spray paint cans and stuff left behind? Like,
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's just true. I did give you guys a gas station and no opportunity to loot it. I will say sure. There was some like maybe not spray paint, but like an aerosol can of like, I don't know, some sort of like degreaser solvent or something.
but it would stay.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I want to. Okay, I'm
It's
gonna
like that
pull out-
rubberized, shit.
Yeah, for sure. I think Yuri would have ransacked that and maybe a drop cloth from there, and I lay it out, and I hand the can over to Grant and nod to Johnny and say, "I believe that it is time that you boys decide on a sigil for Longmount."
Ooh.
And yeah, I'm gonna give you the option. You're gonna make a banner to be hung on or propped up on Enola May.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It is Enola May. The sigil is Enola
I
May's
was
head.
thinking like
Two-headed Brahmin.
Enola May with
two-headed
like a rifle behind her head or something, like sideways, like her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's the most artistic one? Make an art roll.
No, I get the vibe. Like it's got a Brahmin heads with like some filigree behind it. Yeah, we'll come back with an actual sigil here next time. This is brilliant. I love this.
So
Yeah.
so I want the boys to create like a sigil for Longmount and prop that up on Enola May. We've got our two Brahmin, and I think we'll keep guns and the heavily armored and weaponed people kind of behind, but myself and maybe Clint and whomever else wants to come with me, like we're just going to approach.
Sure.
Weapons down, not hands behind our back, but like, hello, hi, we're a trading company.
You're walking up to do the howdy caravan greeting.
Yeah,
How do you
100%.
Love it.
I will actually have my ledger in my hand in front.
Beauty.
Okay.
Beauty.
A literal welcome wagon.
Yeah.
The wagon.
Ah!
Really
Yes.
welcome.
Well, we welcome us and our wagons.
And our
Yeah,
wagons.
you guys walk up into town knowing what you know. You kind of have a little bit of some confidence as you roll up to the gates.
Who's the most charismatic one? Johnny, you should be up front, I think, right? You're the most charismatic one. I'll be with you, but you'll be the mouth.
I think
Yep.
Johnny, I think you got some
Parlay.
good talking.
I-
Yeah, Johnny,
I
wanna be
do.
point?
I
Do you make mouth good?
Sorry,
Do you make mouth good?
No, it's a
I
pull
do
job.
make mouth good. I do.
It's a
make
pull
mouth
job.
Good.
Yeah.
Me make mouth good. That's impossible.
All right. Yeah.
All right,
guys-
I'm not gonna be strapped with my guns. I'm gonna leave them in the cart or something.
Okay, Johnny walks up unarmed. I love this with Yuri and the ledger, power armor and guns with the rear behind the Brahmin and the workers in tow.
And
You guys
Hello.
walk up to the gates.
hello, we are the Longmount Trading Company. We come in peace.
The LTC, baby.
Now, as you, maybe you're, maybe 10, 20 meters away from the gate, you see somebody moving up top. You're close enough now that like if you didn't already know that these were fake, you could probably maybe tell. But you do see one person up top moving, and they look down at you and yell, "What are you doing? Who are you?"
Is this New Pueblo? We're looking for New Pueblo.
This is Pueblo. Yeah, it's the Pueblo. This is the it's the only one we have.
Is there like an adult that I can speak with or something?
What do you mean?
I'm just yanking your chain, pal. We're here to trade with you. Like, do you wanna come down and say hello, or how do you want to do this?
Oh yeah, well, I should have just said so. This person, all of a sudden, you see him like get up and stumbles a bit and goes, "I'll be right down." And gets down.
This is gonna be a Monty fucking Python scenario.
Gets down and as he disappears from the parapet, you hear the hand job. Pull job.
All right, that gate is now officially named.
You hear the gate.
Oh my
You hear the gate begin to open, and these big logs on these like chains that are just sort of wrapped with all these chains start lifting up on these massive pulleys. And as the gate, rises up, you can see that there's just a set of feet as it goes up. And you can see that there's a what looks to be an oddly tall man standing in the middle of this open gate, and looks at you and sticks out his hand to you, Johnny, and says, "Hi, I'm Mayor Tom." And as he goes to take a step towards you, fumbles and falls down, revealing that it is in fact 3 kids in a trench coat.
Fuck you!
And
adult man.
And the kid who was at the top of the pyramid in this large wasteland duster, sheriff's jacket, wearing this fucking cowboy hat, looks up at you and says, "Oh, sorry about that. Hi, I'm Mayor Tom." And that's going to be the end of this episode.
Oh, fuck off.
You piece of shit.
The mayor of this town is 3 kids in a trench coat. What that means, we will find out in our next episode, back in 1 week's time. We are going to be back next week to make up for missing the last episode. So we're going to do a double feature into next week, where we will find out what in the hell is going on in New Pueblo. I was really hard to hold on to that one for a long time. We will be back, like I said, in 1 week. We've got a bunch of exciting things coming up as well. New Wasteland Warfare Battle Report is in the editing chamber being edited. We got there's Fallout Factions. We got a League big announcement thing coming up where we got plans. It's all happening. We'll keep you posted, and we will be back in 1 week. So, from myself and these idiots,
Bye.
Bye.
thank you so much for watching.
Bye. Love you. Bye.
How do I do this thing again? What's the button? Oh yeah, there it is.